Well, I think the definition of television is the delivery of video content. I mean, looking at only a television set is old, archaic, probably in the 1970s era, as consumers now have more and more ways, more technologies to consume video where they want, when they want. And to be constrained by delivery into that little box, I think is undervaluing the entire content.
So, what's television? Television is content. It's content that's broadcast. It's broadcast over the air. But then consumers consume it in many different fashions. So they take it from, they can view it on the computer, they can view it on their mobile device, they can view it in many, many forms, and some we haven't even defined yet. Currently, a television rating is seen as where broadcast content that's been measured as broadcast, but that definition is expanding to match the data. We understand that it's wherever it appears.
Well, my definition of television, I think, would be broadcast content available across any platform, but the originator being a broadcast transmission.
Well, I don't know if I define it as televisual. I think that's the best word to use. I think it's about video content across different distribution services, across different platforms, different screens. It's really about the content is what drives TV, and I think that could be anything from a great piece of 30-second creative all the way up to a 6-hour miniseries like The Hatfields and McCoys. So I think we have to expand our minds in terms of how we think about the traditional word of television and think about entertaining consumers and informing consumers on a sort of multi-platform, multi-distribution environment.
Well, I think from our perspective, Rentrak's perspective, it really is content that is developed by a major company for the purpose of being video content, for the purposes of being monetized in a fairly standard distribution pattern. To be viewed on a television set or a portable device. It is episodic in that there is not usually a single episode, or it is a collection of movies that have run in the past. And it's either supported by advertising or by subscription from consumers.
My definition of television varies, but it's clearly more than just watching the traditional television. When my kids come home and they're younger adults, when I go by their bedrooms, I'm always amazed that many times I see them watching the same shows we may watch on a traditional television, but it could be on their laptop or it could be on their smartphone. To me, television is in many, many places, not just on a TV screen.
Television now probably could be defined not just as the TV set, but I would recommend it's defined as any screen. So TV now is really any set, any device, any application that you can receive and watch video.
Well, television isn't the box that you watch it on. It's not the video content that you see. It's more the attitude of entertainment, sitting down to relax and watch something, to be entertained or informed. It's the act of enjoying the actual thing that's providing you the information or the entertainment. It's a friend, it's a backdrop, it's a character. It's not just a screen or a picture. It's really hard to explain, but people's relationship to television is very different from the relationship to perhaps other things that they might be entertained with. It's about their attitude when they go to sit down and watch a TV program.
That's an excellent question. I put that precise question to my students at NYU this week. Because it used to be a box in the living room that when I was a boy broke down with some degree of frequency back in the 50s. And now it's not the box anymore, it's not even the screen anymore, it's a whole slew of screens. And I believe we're going to come to we need to come to some new redefinition so that the mind doesn't automatically think of that box in the living room because the box has left the room. Yeah, that actually it seems to have shifted from an answer having to do with hardware to an answer having to do with content.